Alright, so because Japan and Korea are neighboring countries, there are a ton of similarities in their dishes and style of cooking. And one way that's definitely evident is rice balls. In Japan, you'll find these usually triangle-shaped rice snacks, or onigiri, pretty much everywhere. So today I'm going to show you how to make Korean rice balls 3 ways. Jumeokbap is seriously the easiest thing in the world to make, and your only limit is your imagination as far as combinations and fillings. These make a great snack for on the go and can be made a day or two ahead of time. If you like this video, give it a like and consider subscribing. I release new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. And with all that being said, let's make some rice balls. When making Jumeokbap, you absolutely have to use short grain rice, otherwise they'll just fall apart on you. If you're unsure about how to make rice, you can check out the link in the description. I've made about 4 cups of short grain rice, and I'm just going to lightly season it with some kosher salt and about a tablespoon worth of sesame oil. Be careful not to over-season the rice, as the salt content can go up depending on your fillings. So for this first one, we're going to be making sort of a breakfast version, using Spam and eggs. If you want to make your own Spam, you can check out the link in the description. The only rule for these, so to speak, is to make sure everything is nice and small, so start by dicing the Spam into nice little cubes. Heat a frying pan on medium-high heat and add a good tablespoon's worth of canola oil. Then add 1 tablespoon or about 4 cloves of minced garlic and cook for about 30 seconds. Then add the diced Spam and cook until it just starts to crisp, around 3 to 4 minutes. Crack 2 large eggs into a small bowl and give them a good whisk. Wipe out the pan and heat a small amount of canola oil on medium heat. Then add the eggs and cook until they're just set, but still soft. In a large bowl, combine the Spam, eggs, and around 1.5 cups of rice. Give it a good mix, then add kosher salt and freshly cracked black pepper to taste. Now comes the fun part. Take a small amount of the rice mixture and form it into a ball. If you use gloves, you shouldn't have a problem with sticking. Otherwise, just add a bit of water to your hands. You want to make sure the rice is compacted and tight, but don't squeeze so hard that it turns to mush. Now this next one is Korea's favorite. You'll need 1 can of preferably water-packed tuna, thoroughly drained, and 1 large green onion, thinly sliced. Add about 1.5 cups of rice, season with kosher salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Then add about 2.5 tablespoons of mayo. I'm using Japanese mayo, but you can use any you'd like. You do you. We're also going to need some nori, which is just a type of seaweed used most commonly for sushi. Chop it up fairly small, as we're going to use it to coat the outside of the tuna one. Repeat the same process as the Spam and egg rice ball, only this time toss it in the chopped nori after forming it into a ball. The combination of tuna and seaweed is a classic flavor in Japanese and Korean cooking and packs a ton of umami. Speaking of flavor combinations, for our last rice ball, we'll be doing the surprisingly amazing combination of kimchi and mozzarella. Unlike the first 2, we're going to be stuffing this one and forming the classic triangle shape. Start by taking a good amount of rice and making a flat patty in your hand. Make an indent in the middle and place a small amount of kimchi and mozzarella inside. Then take an equal amount of rice and place a second patty on top. Close up the sides, making a sort of burger shape at the same time. Once the filling is sealed inside, take your hands and make a cup shape. Place the patty on its side and using your palms, firmly start to form a triangle shape. It does take some practice to get a good shape, so don't worry if you don't nail it on the first try. Heat about 3 tablespoons of canola oil in a pan on medium-high heat. Then add the triangles, pressing down lightly on them and reduce the heat to medium. Resist the urge to move or flip them, as they'll just fall apart. Once a crust forms, they'll come right off the pan and you won't have any issues. Continue frying on all sides until they're crisp and just starting to turn golden brown, about 2 to 3 minutes per side. And that's it! Korean rice balls done 3 ways. Let me know down in the comments what flavor combinations you'd make. Thanks for watching. If you like this recipe, give it a like and consider subscribing. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit for more content.